let's just start off, get your overall thoughts.
Well, winning's hard, and so we're 1-0. That's a good thing. It was difficult conditions out there for both sides. I thought both teams played really hard. I thought it was a really good college football game. Things get a little more difficult for us. When we lose Vic at halftime. Had an injury to his thumb. I think he'll be okay. I don't know how long it'll be. But he couldn't grip the ball very well. I think we were 1 of 8 throwing in the second half. So we couldn't get anything going. And it was a lot of punts. They got a lot of opportunities. And so our defense was on the field, just a gob out there. So it's, and to overcome adversity like we did, with the injury there, I thought I was proud of our guys. Missed a couple of field goals. We've been making those in practice, but that happens sometimes. So ran the ball pretty well. Again, we were kind of inept there in the second half. So special teams I thought was pretty good, except for the 2 missed field goals. We got some turnovers. Those were huge. Really the difference in the game. So I say take your hat off to McNeese. I think they are much, much improved. I thought their quarterback played really well. He's a big, strong guy and difficult to defend. He reminds me of Vince Young. The way that he kind of carries himself, his throwing motion, but I thought he did a good job as well. And I take our hats off to McNeese's coaching staff. I thought they had a good plan.
How tough is it to coach a game like that really turns, it seemed, on one player that wasn't in the game? Victor's, there's a reason why he's playing quarterback for. He's done it for a long time. How different, significant different the first half and the second half as a coach? How do you make adjustments in those moments?
Well, they were mixing up the guy that we're reading on a lot of our RPOs is the kind of the near safety, the forcing safety, and so they were mixing things up with that guy, and Pete was having a little bit of a struggle to kind of to figure that scenario out, and so but we just got to keep getting him some more reps. He throws the ball well and he's accurate. He just hasn't played very much. He can really run, so I don't think by any stretch did we come close to seeing what he's capable of. Winning's hard, and just mighty proud of our guys. We battled the whole way, and I thought McNeese did as well. So it was a good college football game. It's really nice to be 1-0, and so I'm proud of our team.
Big plays in the first half. You talked about the running game. The defense, though, 4 turnovers in that first half, a scoop and a score. You talk about the difference they made in this game.
Yeah, hats off. Our defense just really played their hearts out. We couldn't get anything going in the second half from an offensive standpoint. They were out there the whole time. Coach Nix and our defensive staff and particularly our players, really proud of those guys. Turnovers were huge. I thought we were really physical, but it's difficult. They'll spread you out, and then that big quarterback's back there, and he's really just a big back. Is what he is, and so it's hard to cancel every gap. When they're doing that, and so there's some space to run in there. But we had a lot of unknowns. These guys have been an air raid offense. That their head coach played for Mike Leach. And that's what they've been for forever. And so almost 180 degrees, the other direction on that. But I thought our defensive coaches adjusted well, and main thing, I thought we played really hard. On a difficult day with the heat.
How important was it to have that offensive continuity on the line? You return everybody there, and then of course Britton, who's the preseason player of the year on offense. In the second half, the one drive you really got going that burnt some time was just 2 tight ends and run it down their throat.
Yeah.
How important is that?
Yeah, no, it's really important. Yeah, that was probably one of the key points in the game. Still not sure if I did the right thing or not. We had the 4th and somewhere between 1 and 2. Go up, kick a field goal and go up 13, or try to convert that, and you might end the game right there. So I guess it worked out for us, but I really thought we'd make that field goal. Interesting play there at the end of the game. If they didn't have a timeout left, we'd have got a 10-second runoff, and the game would have been over there. So, but really proud of our guys. That was a long game, difficult game. McNeese is always athletic, and I think they've certainly improved their athleticism on defense. We still ran the ball for 200 yards, thank goodness. And I was a little disappointed that we did not. I didn't think we threatened their corners as much as I would have liked with Coop, and so they were playing off of him 8, 9, 10 yards, and so I think he still did fairly well. He caught 9 balls for 85 yards, but I'd like to take a shot or two more with him.
Can you talk about what goes through your head when you've got that? It's a 44-yard field goal to win the game for the other team.
Getting ready for overtime. Yeah.
To get ready for overtime. Can you talk a little bit about Britton and the game he had over 150 yards?
Yeah, he's a really good back. He only broke the one, and he's kind of a home run hitter. He normally will score, and so again, I think hats off to McNeese. I thought they did a good job of tackling, much improved defense for them, and so. But yeah, 25 carries, 164 yards is that's really good. The biggest thing, we were 1 of 8 in the second half throwing, for 4 yards. So I just inept there.
Penalties usually plague a lot of teams in the first game. Your team only had 1 penalty.
Yeah, that was huge. So really proud of our guys for that. And that's sort of what I guess you would expect with a senior football team. So they had quite a few. I'm not sure. They had 7. So that probably also was one of the differences in the game.
And my final question is, can you just touch on the day in general? The national stage you guys been to, how big is it for this program, and how big is it to get a win on this stage? Yeah,
again, winning's hard, really is. And so proud of our program, so proud to be 1-0. Proud of our students. What a cool thing that was, before the game. Gosh, they just kept coming, and the only issue was getting them in the stands. But I thought our community showed up for us, and it was also a difficult day to be a fan, out in the sun and the heat like that, and so that eliminates some folks. But we've got the best fans, the best student body, and so everybody involved I'm proud of. I know how hard it is to win again, and so a lot of these go the other way. So I think that's a credit to our players.
Corey, you got it?
Coach,
Corey.
You have been here for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking back today to 2018 when you guys hosted Azusa Pacific in that playoff game.
Right.
To what this place looks like today, inside out.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on just the transformation, the progress, and the Chancellor said it earlier, the golden age of Tarleton is here. It really feels that way.
Yeah, I would agree. And and that was one of the best football teams we've ever had back in 18. But we had makeshift bleachers, I think, over on this side maybe, and we had the old home side over there, and I think it was the second round of the playoffs maybe, but yeah, there's no question, I have to stop myself and think back. But we're just really blessed, and we have great leadership and great resources, and so much. It's such a good thing for academics, athletics, all of us to be a part of the A&M system, and those folks in College Station, I think, do a great job of supporting all of us. So, we've come a long way, and I think we've still got a good ways to go. I think we probably are in the golden age, but I think we've got better days ahead.
Well, and it takes a commitment from a lot of people, starting at the top of the university with Dr. Hurley, all the way down through, and to the donors, the statue today and everything. It is a whole big community, but these people are willing to do it. And just, if you could speak on how great it is to have these people willing to give the resources to have all these wonderful things.
Yes, we have a robust commitment and from so many people, particularly on campus right here from Dr. Hurley. And there's nobody that likes winning more than Dr. Hurley. And he is all in. So very thankful for Dr. Hurley and the First Lady and Ms. Kendall. And again, I said, the folks in the system, we've just got a great football community here too. And so they have been incredible over the years. And so, so much growth, a lot of fun. We've won a lot of games out here at our home stadium. And so it's a hard place to win now. And I don't know what the numbers are, but they're much in our favor, I think.